How is it going, guys? Slippery Jim here. Welcome back to my Intergalactic Adventurer series here in Minecraft. We finally started the space mission. In the last episode, we actually made our space rocket. We actually made 2 space rockets due to a missing space rocket incident. But that aside, I also discovered some damage from the recent tornado to my base. You might remember the roof and the tower area here. So I've actually repaired all of this in between episodes, so it's all back to normal. And also my my ship down here, the Black Ender Pearl, has been completely restored to its glory. And I've also repaired this wharf area, which was completely obliterated when the typhoon came through and went past my base. So that's all done. Now you might also remember that I said that I was going to be putting in a staircase from the launch pad area. Well, I've done a little bit more than that, as you can see. I've done a lot more than that in between episodes. So I've built like a launch, what would you call that? Like a rocket launch building? I don't know. Maybe you guys can give it a better name than that, but it looks pretty cool, I think. It looks pretty cool. I'll go up and show you guys that in a second. But I also planted some trees, as you can see. This massive tree here is the sacred oak, and it was a lot bigger than I actually thought it would be. It actually overhangs the roof of my main base, as well as this this launch area building as well. I put up some lamps here as well, made out of the celestial crystal we got from the Promised Land area. And some of the other trees I've got here, a darkwood tree. This is the ghostwood tree over here. And a twilight oak, which is actually way taller than the sacred oak here. And it's from the Twilight Forest. It also has cicadas on it. And glow bugs. What are these things called? Let's have a look at this. Firefly. Yeah, it's got fireflies on it. And this weird looking thing over here, this is actually... Man, I hope I don't get another tornado. We've had a lot of thunderstorms lately in game here. But this is the bloodwood tree from the Nether, and it grows upside down, as you can see. So I actually planted it on that block of netherrack, and it grew upside down. So that actually makes the most durable wood that I have in any of the mods in this custom mod pack. It's what I made the bloodwood bow out of, and this thing has lasted me literally since the start of this series without hardly losing any durability, which is pretty cool. Anyway, let's go up and have a look at the launch pad area. So, this is the launch pad, obviously, that I made in the last episode. But I've built up a building around it. This is Certus Quartz chiseled block. And I've also got the Certus Quartz pillars and the Sky Stone as well from the Promised Land area. And the dark glass. I think it looks pretty cool. Pretty high-tech looking. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it, actually. And we've got the hatch in the roof for the rocket to go through when we finally launch as well. Now, this episode, what I thought we would do is, I thought we would automate that roof so that it actually opens and closes, and I thought that would be pretty cool. So, maybe let's go up and sleep through the night here so we can see what we're doing in the daylight. I have put a magnum torch over there, so we shouldn't have to worry about any mobs, hostile mobs spawning around the rocket base. Okay, so yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to automate the roof on that thing so that it opens with the touch of a button for us to launch the rocket through. And one mod that I've got is wireless redstone, so I thought it'd be a good opportunity to use that to do some cool stuff. So if we look here at the wireless redstone, what we're going to need is a transmitter and a receiver. So if we click on the recipe here, we might need some more stone slabs. Let's just make a stack of those. We've also got this receiver dish. So this is stone bowls. We'll make a few of those. And a wireless transceiver. So we have this made up of obsidian sticks. So I'll make a bunch of those. Well, looks like I'm making a stack. I've got plenty of obsidian, so it's all good. And this thing here, the Nether Pearl. Sort of like a Nether Pearl, but not quite. So not too bad a recipe. We'll make a couple of those. Then that should then give us the wireless transceiver. Get a couple of those going. And then we just put that together with some redstone. Actually, no, we need to put it in. We need to put in the receiver dish. And then we just make the wireless receiver. So then the transmitter looks like it's slightly different to that. But we can make that because we've already made up everything else we need for that. Now, we'll probably need to bring some redstone over there. So I'll take a little bit of that. What else will we need? A couple of these redstone torches maybe. I'll need some more skystone block if I've got any left after we used a whole bunch of it. And just trying to think here. We might need a switch, I guess. Might be the best way to operate that. And I'm also going to make a fuel loader. So this loads the rocket fuel into the actual rocket from Galacticraft. So I'll make one of these. Looks like we need... So where was it? Like we need some tin canisters, so I'll make a couple of those up. Put that together for the fuel loader. We haven't got any fuel yet. That's probably going to happen next episode when we go off and actually use some of the oil wells we found around the area. And we're going to put in another iron tank up there. Now I could just use the regular tanks, but I think the iron tanks look pretty cool. So we're going to make another valve. Iron tank valve. So let's have a look here. That's the recipe there. I guess it makes a stack of 8. That's interesting. Alright. So we'll take some of those. I'll only need 2 valves, I think. Bunch of those, bunch of those. That should be enough. 3, 6, more than enough actually. I'll make sure I've got plenty of those. Good. I think we've got everything we need. Let's head back up the hill. Yeah, this tree is pretty cool from the Twilight Forest. I like how it's got roots and everything like that. It's pretty epic. I kind of like the look of having these trees around here. I don't know. Tell me what you think, guys. Do you like this, or should I chop these down? I mean, that would be a headache chopping that whole thing down. But I think it gives it that, like, established look. You know what I mean? Like, it's been here for a long time, like a century or two. The trees to have grown up around it. Although in truth, it was just a matter of using the what's that stuff called? The bone marrow? Yeah, you know what I mean. Anyway, okay, so first up, let's get this roof automated. And actually, one thing I forgot. Let's see. I think I have some made up already. Drawbridges. So I did use one of these drawbridges, you might remember, ages ago, on the automated gangplank down there on the Black Ender Pearl. But I think they're going to work really well here on this roof to automate this. So I'm going to put some in over on this side. Like that. And basically this is 5 blocks across this way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 5 skystone blocks in there so that it will expand across the area. And the last one. Cool. All right, now let's just test this out before we go crazy with it. So if we have redstone now, and then we get the receiver, put it there. Now you have to set these to a frequency. You can choose pretty much any frequency you want, but if you have a bunch of different things running off these, I guess you have a different frequency for each one that you want to operate separately. So we'll go with 2 as our frequency here. And just to test this out over here, I'll put the switch down. And I think we need redstone and the transmitter. Set that to 2. Now if we switch this on, it should close the roof. Beautiful, look at that. Awesome, so it's working as intended. Oops, a bit crazy there. Let's just patch that up. Just free up some space here. Alright, so where I want to have the switch, I was thinking of like, it would be pretty cool if like as you walk in, the roof opens up and the lights come on. But like a pressure plate or even like what are those things called, tripwires or whatever, they're not really an on-off type switch. All they do is like as you go through the tripwire, it flicks on and then off again straight afterwards. And the same with the pressure plate. As soon as you step off it goes back off again. So that would like open the roof and then close it immediately thereafter. So yeah, that's why I'm going to be using a switch here, and I thought I would put it here. Now I want this to be the simplest possible mechanism, so it's not going to look horrible with redstone going everywhere and stuff like that. So I think if we put one bit of redstone there, so that's going to turn that on and off. Now let's just knock these blocks out here. And let's just fill this in so it looks nice. I'm never going to see this, but still like it to look kind of good. And then I might put a redstone torch there. Okay, so that should turn on and off with this. No? That's on. That's okay. Hang on. I think this needs to go there like that. Let's try that. Yes. Beautiful. All right, good. And then this. So we're going to set this to 2 to match the other one. Let's just see if this is going to work now. Okay, that's shut. That's open. Beautiful. All right. Worked out better than I thought it would. Cool. Just fill all this in. Nice. Now and it's pretty simple looking as well because it's just like one dot of redstone. So, okay. Now, if I extend this here like this. Actually, I might go across this way. Oops. And let's just disguise all of these so they look like skystone. Like this. And then I'll put this running across the top of them. And this goes here. Set to 2. So theoretically, when this gets turned on, it should open the roof and turn the lights on at the same time. And we've even got a little radar dish on the roof, which sort of adds to the sciencey look. So let's try this out again. So off, the lights are off. Then we turn it on, lights come on, and the roof opens ready to launch the rocket. I think that's pretty awesome. So that's wireless redstone. That's really cool. I like it. Okay, so the other thing I was going to do is put down the fuel loader. Now, I might actually move the position from where I marked these out. So I might actually put the fuel loader on the side here, like this. It has to go right next to the launch pad, I think, so it connects to the rocket. And then it looks like it needs fuel or a battery. We'll probably... I'm still not sure whether I'll probably have some local power generation here. Rather than... or we could use a Tesseract actually as well. A Tesseract might be the simplest solution, but we'll work that out later once we've got everything else in here that we want. So we're going to make an iron tank. Now this is going to hold the rocket fuel, so I'm going to put that back here. It should just fit. One, two, three, and then we'll put the roof on like that. And there. Then we need to put the gauges in. Hope I've got enough. I should just, yeah, I should have a perfect amount actually. Okay. Beautiful. So now we need the valves, which is where we draw the fuel from or put the fuel in there. I'm not sure if I can put one there. Let's just try this out. No, it doesn't. It doesn't like it there. So take that out. We'll have to put it here, I think. Actually, you know what I could do? I might bring this down a level. The way that I've got the other ones in my base, so... yeah. Just trying to work out what looks best. And down here is where... oops, went a bit too far down. So we want to have the base at this level. Like that. Grab these. Cool. Alright, so now this should be at ground level. We put that in there. And I'll put another one on the other side here. Like that. So yeah, there's not a lot of space back there, but I think that'll be okay. Just fill in that hole. Let me just double check there's no holes. Can I get through here? Thank you. Just double check there's no holes under here. Cool. All right. So we've got our iron tank, and that'll be what I put all the rocket fuel in. We've got our fuel loader. So this will basically feed the rocket fuel from the tank into the loader, and this will then feed into the rocket to refuel it. Now, probably back here in this corner, I'm going to have the refinery, but we'll work that out. Another alternative is possibly to have the refinery on top, but I'm not 100% sure of that. Good. I think that's pretty good. Pretty happy with that. All right, let's head back into the base. Now, one other thing as well, guys, if you might remember, I'm trying to cook up some iridium ore using the molecular transformer. And it is a super slow process that takes an absolute ton of energy per piece. But the good news is I've actually done a little bit of exploring around some of those big, like, boxy underground dungeons. I've managed to find a bunch of iridium ore. So I found about, I don't know, a dozen pieces of it. So now we've got 46 iridium ore. We can probably actually stop producing it. So I'll take out all of that except for one, just so I don't waste the amount of energy that I've already been using to try and make those last pieces. But what we can actually make now is this thing, the Vajra, which is pretty much the best tool you can make in most of these industrial style mods. It's super expensive and kind of complicated, but I think we can actually get working on this and actually make this pretty soon. I won't do it in this episode, but we'll probably make it in the next episode, or maybe the episode after that, depending on how we go. But we're definitely going to be working on producing the rocket fuel in the next episode. So yeah, that's where we're going to leave it for today, guys. Please remember to rate and comment, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Sleepy Jim out.